Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Drop and Give Me 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Real quick, make sure to like, share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're listening to my buttery soft voice on a podcast, all podcast platforms, because that's what we on. We everywhere, baby. Please make sure to give a nice little 5-star rating and leave a little review. I want to see how you guys feel. But listen, guys, we got an interesting guest here. He is a good comedian friend of mine. He is a dude who is all over when it comes to creativity. You know, my dude, he paints, he makes sketches, he does stand-up comedy. Please give it up for Talent Harris, everybody. Clap it up for the man.
I appreciate it.
No doubt. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Chilling. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I want to say thank you for, coming out and deciding to, do the podcast and everything, man.
Yeah, no problem.
You
man.
know, we're trying to come up and everything, I'm trying to put myself out there, and that's something I see you do quite a lot,
I try, man. Comedy sketches. I feel like that's like the best way to, like, these days it's like, I don't know, just to have your content, like the reels on Instagram, because they're trying to like copy TikTok. So I noticed that, like, whenever I post like a regular post, it doesn't really get as much like
shit.
Yeah, it doesn't get seen as much as the reels. But
That's
like,
true.
just little quick sketches, 1 minute sketches, 30-second sketches, stuff like that. Rap when I want to, doing little videos and stuff like that.
So I wanted to ask about that too. So do you like actually rap, or is it kind of like a comedy thing? I've never really heard it, but I feel like I just see
it's
it
actually it's regular music. I mean, I don't really like. I might put like some comedy in my lines and stuff that,
yeah.
but it's like it's not really like, it's just really just like pothead music.
I get you. So when you do it, you take it seriously.
Yeah, I take it seriously.
Okay, okay. I mean? That was my big question, because you never know, like, when a comedian does another thing, you never know, like, is the nigga really doing the thing, or is it like a way for him to do more comedy?
Yeah, I was actually rapping before I was doing comedy.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. You have a menacing face.
That's true.
You're cool. You just always got your game face on. I can tell.
I don't know, man. I gotta smile more often. Yeah, man. I'm having a great. I got jokes about that. Like,
it is whatever, man. You don't gotta smile for anybody, man.
You don't.
Life is life. Whatever you're thinking about, it's cool, man. But yeah, I mean, like, so how long have you been doing kind of the sketches? How'd you kind of get into that? Can you tell me?
How long we been doing the sketches? I think like maybe like 2 years. Like, I think like when I met my boy Jared Harvin.
Yeah.
Cause he was like, I was starting to do me and Julio, like we kind of started doing sketches.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I saw those. Yeah,
but it's like we were really amateur with it, and I just met Jared at like just doing shows, and I follow him, and I seen his sketches. They look real professional. And then like one day after a show, I asked him like, what does he use for sound? And he like recommended these like lav mics for me and stuff like that. And then eventually it turned into like us collabing. And then like we started putting out sketches, and then people started liking them, and we was like, nah, we got good chemistry, so we just gotta keep just grinding, It's it's like we'll outline a sketch, and then like kind of improv in between. I don't know if you know how like
kind of like Larry David. Yeah. Where they have the plan of the thing, and they're like, this is gonna happen. We just don't know how we're gonna say it, but it's gonna happen. Yeah. So that's what you guys do.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting too, because I think there is kind of like two like warring factions of comedy in general. That I think is seeped into sketch, where it's just like there's people who write everything meticulously, and then there's other people that kind of just figure it out as they're on stage or as they're in front of the camera and stuff like that, So have you always been more of the latter, more of like the improviser kind of guy?
I'll say it's more of like, cause I don't really write out my material when I do stand up either. it'll be like the idea, and I don't know. I figure out the setup in my head, and then, or sometimes I'll start from the funny part, and I'll try to move to the setup. Like sometimes I might find a joke in a conversation. Like I might have just like, I'll just do a weird just act out of something, and it gets a big laugh. I'm like, okay, how can I figure out an excuse to like do to do this act out? You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, because I've had that a lot of times too, where it's like there's a lot of times where you'll think of the funny thing, but you don't know how to get to the funny thing, and you're really just like, or like you're just trying to like devise a plan of like, this is perfect, but I need to set them up in order for it to really, really hit. Like I've noticed this too. Like, you ever listen to another comedian and you hear what they're saying, and then you hear like a specific sentence, and you're like, that's the sentence that popped into their head that made them write this joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like, that's the one that made them laugh on the train.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, I got to figure out how else I can do this to get there, you know? It's so interesting. But I think that's something that's always been there for stand-up. And then for like sketch, you know, that's kind of I wouldn't say newer, but it is kind of a newer thing. Because I feel like sketches, to me at least, were like always like written, you know? But, you know, you always had Larry David doing that type of thing. But now I'm seeing more and more people do that type of stuff. So, you know.
I feel like as long as you know where you're going, you know, like, don't just, like, you should know how it ends.
Yeah.
You know, don't improvise too much where it just becomes, like,
just random
ridiculous.
shit.
It's just like a random, like, I don't know. It's like alternative art or something.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing, too. I think people get stuck in that zone of just wanting to, like, you know, I think it's easier to just get started, you know? I also think it's good to do that as well. But yeah, I think like you still got to realize, like, you got to know the beginning, middle, and the end of it.
Yeah.
You don't need to know necessarily the words, but you need to know what happens. There's a lot of people that just grab the camera and they don't know what's going to happen at all, and then nothing happens, and then it goes nowhere, you know? So I don't know, like how did you and, like, you know, Julio get together also too? I wanted to know about that.
Yeah, just doing shows. We feel like we were on excuse me. I feel like we were on a couple different bills together, and then you know, just ended up like, oh, you smoke weed? Oh, I smoke weed too, bro. And then that's.
And you're originally from Chicago, right?
Nah, I'm from Long Island.
Really?
Yeah. Chicago? You thought I was from Chicago?
Yeah, bro. I remember booking you in like 2017 or 2018, and Nonye. Remember her? Like Nonye Brown West. She hit me up, and did you at least live in Chicago?
No.
Because she was like, he's a Chicago I remember this.
That's hilarious.
You're the only Talent Harris I know.
That's hilarious. Nah, I'm not. I have no ties to Chicago at all.
That's fucking hilarious.
Maybe, I don't know.
God.
I wonder how that misunderstanding started.
Well, then she was wrong, because she like literally she hit me up and she was like, he's really funny, and she was like, yeah, he's a Chicago comic. He's really fucking funny.
Hey, shout out to Chicago.
You know, you should put him up and everything. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I think you like reached out or something and like sent like a video or something, because I had never seen you, and yeah, it was good, and you know, all that shit. So. But all right, so you've been living in the East Coast this whole entire time, Long Island.
Yeah, I'm from Long Island. I've been living in Brooklyn the last like year and some change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but before then, were you living like at your mom's place and everything? Kinda?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, in Long Island.
I feel you, man. Saving up that money, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
How were your parents? You know, with you doing comedy and everything like that, were they supportive of it? Not so supportive?
Well, my dad has been a working comic for 30 years. So
no way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So at first when I started doing comedy, my dad, he kind of he was supportive, but he just like let me do my thing. He told me like he wanted me to wait until at least I was a year in before he started to like help me. You know what I mean? And be like hands on, because he wanted to make sure it's like it's something I really want to do. Because I guess he knows a lot of people that started doing comedy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and nigga, this shit is hard.
It is,
bro. It's hard, and it doesn't pay well for a very long
unrewarding.
time.
Very unrewarding.
Extremely unrewarding. So it's like, yeah, I could totally understand. That's actually a good way of a comedian who's a parent
Yeah.
to let their kid do it. Where it's like, give them a year, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I won't touch them, you know, because I also too like if you give them the keys to the castle a little too fast,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they'd be like, yeah, I love comedy, and then it's 5 years down the road and they hit a snag and then they
Yeah.
just quit. It's like,
That's
so
a
what was
fact.
that all for, you know?
It's a lot of eating shit.
Yeah,
I talk about it a lot, but I mean, you have to love it.
yeah,
It's the only thing that's gonna like keep you doing it.
yeah.
whatever.
I feel you, man. I mean, so your dad was a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Do you
Still
mind
is.
telling me who is?
Still is. He goes by Talent. Stage name is Talent.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So why don't you
named
go
me
by?
after his stage name.
Okay, so wait, so he just goes by Talent, only
yeah,
Talent.
just Talent.
Okay.
I'm Talent Harris.
Because I was about to say, I'm
I'm the
now you're just trying
extended
to steal
version.
his shit,
Yeah.
like, you know. I'm like, it could have been Talent Harris Jr., you know. No, okay, all right. So then I think I've definitely heard of him. Then
Probably.
that's fucking legit. Then
He did like Def Comedy Jam, Comic View.
definitely, yeah.
I think he did Jamie Foxx Laugh-A-Palooza a while back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's
I
done a lot of
definitely
stuff.
know that name.
Yeah.
I definitely know that name.
Yeah.
So like, how did that?
Definitely like a New York underground king.
I can see that. Well, there's
yeah.
there's tons of them, especially like with black comedians. Like
Mhm.
that's why I'm kind of grateful for where things are kind of going now, because now we have the internet and so many different other things that we can get into. But also just in general, I feel like there's just a bit more diversity in comedy. Like there were opportunities for black comedians, sure, but it was like only in the black section.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there wasn't much of a crossover, and now everything's crossover simply
Yeah.
because of the internet. Anybody can access anything.
That's a fact.
So like, how was it like, kind of being the son of a comedian? Like, because I only know the upbringing of people who aren't in comedy,
Yeah.
and then you decide you want to become a comedian. Like, how
I
was that?
mean, I feel like it was cool. I mostly lived with my mom growing up.
Mhm.
So my dad, he's from Mount Vernon, New York.
Okay, yeah.
So I used to like go there for the summer, stay at my grandmother's and stuff. But yeah, he's worked a lot. So, I didn't see him that often. You know what I mean? Every few months or so, I'll see my pops.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he was really on the road a lot. He always been working. Like once he started doing comedy, he didn't have another job. He's
Wow.
always been feeding himself.
So
for
you saw
comedy.
him like before he had even did comedy, and then
What do you
like was
mean?
he always like from the
Well,
moment you were born? Was he
so
always a
his-
stand-up
my-
comedian or no?
My mom met him at a comedy show.
Got you. Okay.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
I think he was about a year in when he met my mom.
Oh wow! So he was
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
She took a chance on nothing.
Yeah.
She's like, no, well, it paid off. There you go. She got a good kid out of it. No, that's legit though. But I don't know. Where do you like I was saying with the internet and everything? Where do you think kind of comedy is going to be going in these next couple years?
I think well, you've seen it happen with the pandemic. A lot of people started to get their online presence up. You know what I
Definitely.
mean?
Yeah. Does that annoy
Um,
you though? It kind of annoys me. I'll be honest with you.
It doesn't annoy me because it's like
I'm a bitter motherfucker. I'll
'cause
let
it's
it out.
like if you're funny, you're funny. If you're not funny, people are just gonna, scroll right past your shit.
That's a fact. I just always think about it because I'm like, I don't know. It's this weird kind of. I feel like there's this almost like weird societal pressure now
Mm-hmm.
for everybody to put out content. Like they think that they have to. Not many of them really want
Yeah.
to, but they like think that they have to because you see it so often and it's just so.
Sometimes
everywhere.
it'll just be like some bullshit, like a voiceover. Some
Yeah, I'm like,
little
nigga,
bullshit.
get out of here. Get out of my face. I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah.
You would have been a fucking accountant fucking 5 years ago. Shut up. I don't like this. This is annoying.
But it's like everybody's doing that shit now. Like,
true. I can't.
like even not comedians are fucking doing sketches and shit to promote shit online. You know what I mean?
That's what
It's
I
just
mean,
like-
though. Like, that's what I think that's what kind of like annoys me a little bit, where it's just like, or not even annoys me, but I just find it like disappointing, where I see so many people doing the thing that they don't want to actually
Just
do.
everybody hoeing themselves.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of hoeing themselves out, and it's like, I'm hoeing myself out because I love being a hoe. You're hoeing yourself out for some weird shit.
You're appropriating this whole culture.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they're
exactly.
doing.
That must be how like strippers felt when everybody started twerking.
Yeah.
It's like, you
It's
twerk
like,
now? Your
come
grandma's
on.
twerking? What's up with this? Well, I guess it's cool. Do you have a TikTok?
I do.
Okay.
I'm not highly active, but yeah, I have one.
Oh, yeah, I feel like everybody kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like TikTok hates me because it's like the weird algorithm. Because I've gone viral a couple times. Like I have one TikTok that's like 1 million views.
Wow.
And I have another one that's like 1.9 million views. But it's like, I think it's, you gotta do trending thing. The thing about going viral is like doing trending things. Because like the first time I went viral, we were doing a news show and I posted like a clip of like one of the stories I did, and I did a story on Lil Yachty. Mm-hmm. And when I posted it, he just happened to be trending. I had no idea.
Oh,
he just happened to be he happened to be trending because of him and his girlfriend or some shit like that. And the shit just went viral. It was just like a joke about how he stood up for a kid who got suspended for painting his nails in like a school or some shit like that. And I made like a joke. I'm like, Lil Yachty said if boys are getting suspended for nail polish, then the same thing should go for girls with mustaches. And like that was the joke. And then in the comments, people are just going crazy. He was like, "Oh yeah, word, Mexican girls got mustache or something." Like, yo, they just like wilding in the comments, going back and forth.
They got specific. That's how you
people
know
in there like, yeah, nail polish is gay. Like they're just wild. You know, it's just like Catholics, Christians just going at it in the comments. So that went viral. And then my other TikTok, I did like a reel for some lyrics to J. Cole's song. There's like
I remember that the Wendy's one.
That shit went crazy. So
I remember that shit. I definitely remember that shit. But that's like, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like my whole thing is just like with Twitter, the TikTok, and all that type of shit. It's like, in a way, like it. I feel like as creators, it forces you to be a little like too current. Like you're always caring about what's trending, and not caring about just what's plain old funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I feel like, you know, don't get me wrong, comedians have always been talking about current events and shit, but it's like, you know, I feel like what's happening now is more than just like the entertainment, you know, and it's kind of like annoying in that way. But I see it, man. TikTok seems to be working for a lot of people.
A lot of them. A lot of especially the beautiful women.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see plenty of hot chicks on there. Don't do shit. They just point to shit.
I've seen TikToks. You know? There's like a TikTok of a white woman. She's just clapping her ass. She's just jumping up and down, and her ass cheeks are clapping. I'm like, yo, this is what they let that go. But they took the audio. We did a sketch about a suicidal chair. Yeah. And then they stripped the audio from that.
Are you serious?
On my TikTok.
Yeah,
it's like this white woman could jump up and down, clap her ass cheeks.
Yeah, man.
But I can't say the word suicide.
Well,
or kill itself or something like that.
Well, the sound of clapping is good audio. You know what I mean? It sounds good
ridiculous.
To me. You know, that's yeah, they can definitely be like tough on that shit sometimes and everything, and it's definitely like a weird place. But I wonder, like, do you think it's something that is gonna like stick around, like TikTok and kind of like Instagram is definitely here. But TikTok, I feel like, just blew up. And do you think it's like ever gonna flatline, almost like Vine or something?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. It's always gonna be something. I don't know, but they kind of got the crown right now.
They're doing a lot of shit, man. I mean,
I don't know. Like, what made Vine crumble? It was just 7 seconds.
I think we all just got older. You know, like that's a thing with like TikTok and shit. Like I think like yes, the older people are on there, but it's mostly to serve the younger people.
Why does TikTok work so much? I don't know.
I mean, there's something about that scrolling, dude. Like, and it scrolls for you. Like as soon as the thing's over, it shows you another thing. It's like how we used to like surf through channels before when we were kids, you know. But it does the surfing
it's just
for
how
you.
Quick. You ever be on Instagram and then you kind of get into this weird fucking like...
Oh, yeah.
I hate that shit.
You get into that shit, you just never stop,
it's like it tries to like turn into TikTok, like it goes into like the real realm. Like that shit is weird.
Mine, and you know what, too? I feel like I kind of hate that sometimes because I feel like I'm being judged by Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my algorithm will tell me what it thinks I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nothing but, like, cute dog photos and shit. I'm like, nigga, I like dogs and shit, but, like...
My shit be cat videos.
Yeah. It's like, nigga, like...
I'll be like, yo, this shit pretty accurate. You guys are doing a good job with this algorithm.
Oh, man. So, yeah, dude. Yeah, comedy's changing, man. Comedy's changing. I don't know if I can compete with cat videos. You know, that's a tough one. Cat Videos or Ti. Two people I cannot compete with right now.